Somebody was supposed to lay some hot
rhymes.
rhymes. You're supposed to lay.
It was bacon.
You're supposed to lay some hot rhymes to that beatbox right there.
I don't rap. It was catching on fire.
You don't rap. You're supposed to rap, but don't rap. Welcome again to the Excited People Podcast, where we cover news and current events. Woo! News that we're excited about. We try to stay. I mean, there are some times where we gotta talk about the horrible people in this world, but then we try to stick to stuff that's exciting. Stuff that's exciting, I guess, is the only way to say that. Mm-hmm. Every time.
Sometimes even though we do talk about horrible people, we focus on the exciting things that they do.
Like killing people.
Like blocking where there's dark, there's light. So.
Where there's darkness, there's lightness. Today, our guest, Robi.
Me.
Yeah, you can't say Robi.
I can speak in third person.
Not on the introductions of stuff.
Exciting people.
Like, whoa, Robi's in the house.
Woo!
Cavs on the bus.
Who does that?
Cavs on the
Who
bus.
does that? Is it Kevin Hart, Will Smith,
Does Will Smith do that?
Yeah.
When did he do that?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm sure there's some.
No, I'm sure he never was like, Will. I'm sure it's like.
Martin Lawrence did for sure.
Yeah, he did. Martin, did you ever see that show, Ashlee?
What show?
Martin Lawrence show.
Maybe.
I was thinking about, remember that? Do you remember that time in TV? That was when Steve Harvey was on TV, Sex Entertainer, Eddie Griffin. That was.
What's that other Monique?
Moesha?
Moesha, yeah, Moesha.
That show was on there. Brandy's show was on there.
Yeah. But no, she was
the 90s.
I forgot her name, Monique something. I think it's Monique.
I think her name. I think she is just Monique.
Okay, then yeah.
I think
she
she's
has
just.
a last name.
I think she goes by does she just go by Monique? Yeah, I think she just goes by Monique, like Eve. Yeah, but see, they were all on TV. That was the prime of Live. The prime of Live.
Yeah.
Perfect type of shows for the month coming up.
Oh yes, I'm so. I know I talk about this every time, but I have to just I get so excited for February. I forget, like it's like. I can't describe how happy it makes me because I'm like, oh my goodness.
I've noticed.
I can't, it's ridiculous. Like, I shouldn't be this happy about 1 month. And I always forget because after it's over, I'm like, I go back to my normal life. And then I'm like, then the year comes around and I'm like, oh my God, why am I so happy? Why do I care about everything? Ah!
Pull the black card out?
I do. That's the one time you pull the black card. Be like, ha ha, black card.
Well, I have one, so.
You have a black card?
I do.
I think you got a black card.
I do.
I was given my black card at probably, I would have to say, at the age of 7. A very young age.
At a very young age.
I figure you very young age.
Blood.
Who was that? My mother-in-law wants a black card so bad, but she is so white.
She is.
Hey, Ashlee, you
very much so.
She's so white.
Yes.
She's very white.
She is in the same club that I am in.
My wife is slowly. Sometimes I see glimmers where I'm like, oh, she can get a black card. And other times I'm like, oh, she did. That's kind of hood, Taz. That's kind of hood. And other times I'm like, that was really white.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take some points.
You gotta lose some points there.
You gain like 2 points and then you like minus 20.
I was telling.
I think because she married you, she should just automatically get it and then work towards.
I feel like she can tell other people that she has, and I won't say anything about it because she's in her defense. Now she has to live like that. Yeah, now she has to live like the black card. But I just think it's funny because her mom wants one so bad. I'm like, you're never ever gonna get a black card.
She might.
But yesterday it was funny because we had she went outside and our neighbors came up and were like talking to us. And apparently, like, just yesterday, their house got raided because the guy who used to live there. Yeah, who lives right there, right next door to us.
Here?
Yes, here in this complex. Number 3 of this complex. Wow. We live in number 2.
Okay.
The police, they said they usually were knocking and asking for this guy on, if he lived there, asking if he lived there, knocking. And so this time, apparently, they did not believe her. And so they finally were like, we got to search. So they went in her house, pushed past her to search so no one could hide or run away or nothing like that.
Wow.
And then she had show him the page. I told her, she said she She said she explained it to him. She showed him her ID and her, all her stuff. And I was like, you know what you need to do is tell them, give them the phone number to the management company. That way people will stop calling. People will stop if they can't come by because they'll be like, you check the management company. I've been paying rent for X amount of months.
Right.
Nobody gonna raid me. But I felt, and it was funny because after I came out, that's when I felt the need. I was like, you know what? So I walked up to Taz and I was like, Tasman, I was like, just so you know, if the police, because it was happened at like 10 or something like that, and I stayed home and worked for I was sick and she went on service. So I was here. It happened like 10:30 or something like that, and I went up to Taz and I was like, Taz, our neighbor was telling us about the cops. She's like, yeah. I was like, don't ever go outside. I was like, even if I would have heard all that stuff happening, because the lady was like, oh, did you hear it happening? And I was like, no, you know what, it passed me. I was like, even if I would have heard that, I wouldn't have went outside. Then you got to be a witness. You got to get I was like, Taz, just never go outside.
Yeah, and then with stuff like that, though, too, if you do witness stuff like that, the people that it happened to, per se, the victims, they have the right to be like, I need for you to come to court.
Oh my God,
and you're like, I have a life.
Yes, I do. It cannot be said. I didn't see nothing.
I was blind at that moment.
That was terrible. That's terrible because the other neighbor was like, "Oh, you're gonna come to my court case?" And I was like, "I'm not coming to your court case."
I'm a very heavy sleeper. Yeah. I took some sleeping pills and I had my Beats headphones on.
Yeah, and wear headphones.
And I was out. I had some vision, some
vision blinders.
The what are they called?
I see. I think it's called vision blinders. They're like they block the night of the night.
They're like things. Sunglasses, but they're like all the way around your peripheral vision.
Sleep. What's the senses deprivation?
Yeah.
Like at night, I deprive myself of all senses.
I
sleep upside down in a tank of water.
I was depriving myself of all of my senses. I heard, saw, felt.
I'm not about all that. Yeah, you just avoid all that stuff.
Yeah.
But speaking of black cards, you guys hear what is happening with the Oscars?
I did.
What have you heard?
Something about them not going to Spike Lee and Jada Pinkett.
Yes. We're gonna go to our correspondent here to tell us. Ashlee, can you tell us what's happening? She's always in the chopper.
All right, I'm ready. I'm here in the chopper. I'm currently above the Oscars show right now.
The Oscars show.
Yeah, the Oscars show. That's what I'm calling it because I feel like it. So I'm looking down on the Oscars and I'm seeing headlines from.
No, you're supposed to say, I see no black people.
I see no black people.
I repeat.
Everyone in the crowd, the entire crowd is not black. They are all white. Every person of color is not there. You want to know why?
Why?
Because Will Smith told them so.
Not
to be there. Okay.
Yes. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are asking black actors and actresses to boycott the Oscars. Yeah.
Because they felt that actors and actresses of color were not getting recognized enough.
They were not. Well, there was no black actors or actresses nominated.
Yeah.
Well, aside from Leonardo,
he's not black.
He hasn't gotten an award. I'm not saying he's not nominated, but I'm just saying. But at the same time, Will Smith hasn't had an award either.
But I mean, it's not just Will Smith.
I know it's not just.
Will Smith, you're saying Will Smith doesn't have one.
He doesn't have one.
Oh,
no.
Wow.
So somebody
Does his wife have
got a
one?
little tickled about that.
Yeah.
I don't know if she has one.
I don't know if Jada has one.
Sure.
I know Halle Berry was.
I mean, if he doesn't have one, what has she done to try to get
exactly?
one?
Well, I was reading something that was actually very surprising to me that Halle Berry was the first African American woman to win an Oscar.
I remember that actually.
Was that like 2004 or something like that? It wasn't too long ago. It wasn't that long ago that a black actress won one, and it's been.
Did Denzel earn one?
Yeah, I think Denzel has one.
I'm pretty sure he has millions.
It's not like we haven't. It's not like the entire race hasn't won.
But it's very
ever.
little. It says the thing that I read is there are 20 awards given out to actresses and actors. And for the past 2 years, there has been no black actors nominated for an award.
Okay.
So it wasn't just this year; it was last year.
So 2 years in a row, they just
so that's 40 awards that were given. They were not even nominated. Yeah, not even nominated.
It says that Spike Lee wrote on Instagram that 40 white actors in 2 years on.
Yeah.
So
Spike Lee said he waited till Martin Luther King's birthday to announce, like, he waited till that Monday where they celebrate Martin Luther King's birthday.
Well, Jada Pinkett and Spike Lee both said something about it, but not knowing that they had said it until people were like, oh.
They didn't say their boycott. Did you see that they started a hashtag on Twitter, Oscars So White?
No.
I did not see that. It was Oscar So White, and I remembered. I was listening to a story, an interview with Martin Wayans. I can't remember if it was Martin. Don't quote me. Like, it was Damien.
Okay.
The one that was in Major Pain. I think he was Damien, right?
What are the Wayans?
Damien Wayans. He was on SNL for a very little bit, the shortest amount of time for someone to be on SNL. They said he is telling the story how he used to show up to the SNL wearing shades. They're like, "Why do you got your shades on?" He's like, "Because it's so white in here." So that's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing I can think. Oscar So White. I want to put a joke for it, but
the light is illuminating off of it more than the.
You would have thought I walked in the room.
But just so one of the questions about the Oscar nominations is that not necessarily should colored actors necessarily be represented. I know that they're not, so that's why they're boycotting. I think they're boycotting. Whoopi Goldberg said she was going to go, but I guess my question is,
has nothing else to do anyway.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, I know. Whoopi Goldberg has an EGOT though. We're all laughing, but Whoopi Goldberg has an EGOT.
Yeah.
Which is an Emmy, Tony, an Oscar, and a Grammy.
Yeah.
Unfair.
Pretty much a big deal.
It's all for Sister Act though.
Yeah. Based off of
one movie
that had a sequel.
And they had a play made out. Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg said she's gonna go. But I guess my question is, do you think, because there's a lot of movies that got nominated that people are like, okay, where? You know, like there's this movie called Room.
Yeah.
I heard that was a really good movie.
Did you hear it was really good?
Yeah, I had good reviews on it behind the chair.
What's behind the chair?
Behind the chair reviews.
Oh, okay. Do you like those reviews? Are they trusted?
Yeah, they're pretty. Well,
I mean, do you trust? As long as you trust as long as you agree with the way they've reviewed movies.
Well, with all the reviews, no, I didn't. I don't read books that turn into movies, but I do hear a lot of reviews. So once I hear all the reviews, I basically heard the whole movie.
Yeah, but once you've read the review of a movie, have you seen a movie thereafter? Kind of.
No.
Okay, well then how are we supposed to know if you can trust Behind the Chair? Anyway, the Room is a book turned into a movie, but there's lots of movies that are nominated where it's like not very many people have seen, and it was on SNL. One of the guys was making a comment that if the Oscars want to be more relevant and want more people to care and tune in and to make it a bigger event, they need to nominate movies that people have actually seen.
Yeah.
If people have seen The Revenant and Mad Max, but then there's a bunch of movies like The Room and I forgot he said this other movie that he said it and I immediately forgot it. That's how I'd never even heard of it.
Bring it up.
Yeah, it's like there's so many movies like that where it's like there are movies throughout the year that are pretty decent that probably could deserve a chance, but they only focus on like the Oscars. It has to be some artsy Quentin Tarantino perspective art form piece of something. You know what I'm saying? That'd be like mostly tragic movies.
Of movies, yeah.
Does Oscars even have a comedy section?
I don't think
the Golden Globes gave their comedy award. The movie that won Best Comedy at the Golden Globes was The Martian.
Martian as a comedy?
Yes.
Wait, what? Martian as a comedy?
Ridley Scott was like, comedy?
Exactly.
He didn't deny the award, but he was like,
they had one job.
They really did.
Comedy.
He was like, wow. Ridley Scott didn't even know how to feel about that. So do you think they should include, like, what's a movie? I know they probably won't be nominated. What's a movie that you liked through this year? Kind of going through the year. When you say that, all the movies in my head just went.
Exactly. You say that, and then all the movies just like fly out the window.
I think the movie that I've seen for me that was the best out of 2015 was Creed.
Creed.
Creed was a really
Creed
good
did
movie.
get nominated. I think Creed did get nominated, but Sylvester Stallone got nominated.
Didn't Sylvester Stallone win?
Yeah, he did it for a Golden Globe. For the Oscars, that's what I'm saying. So Creed was nominated for movies, but Sylvester Stallone was nominated as an Oscar for Best Supporting Actor. Like he wasn't, but so that so there was a movie with Michael B. Jordan in it. Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan.
I love Michael B. Jordan. He's great. He's on the come up.
I love him too.
You saw Creed, didn't you?
I did.
From what I've heard, Michael B. Jordan at the end of Creed was just like he was just yoked out.
He was beautiful.
He was beautiful in all his glory.
I'm sorry, Darion.
It's okay. Everyone. That's what I've heard. I've heard that, and I'm like, okay, I guess I probably wouldn't get the same reaction to him. But was he more like yoked, or was he like just like built?
He was built.
Did you get a personal?
He wasn't really yoked, but he was built. He was built enough to where it's like, I don't know if that's photoshopped or is that your body? Because he did such a good job on it.
She made him question reality.
Questioning the reality.
Oh, I want to get a body like that. My body's so good, girl. I made you question reality.
Right?
Yeah.
Honestly, would not find that attractive.
Why not?
If I'm questioning the reality of your body.
But then what if it is real? You're like,
well, that chiseled.
There's levels. There's levels of beauty on. Never mind. Yeah. We won't get into that. But Michael B. Jordan,
because of my personal preference.
Michael B. Jordan did a beautiful job on Creed.
That's good. Yeah, that's what I heard. I've liked Michael B. Jordan since what was that? He was in Chronicle. That was like his first like starting role. But I'd seen him in. I had read a list of like upcoming actors and actresses, and I read a thing about him because his name is Michael B. Jordan. And they were asking me like, "Did you get named after?"
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Actually, I was named after my dad, who had the name first."
They named him after.
No, his dad was born before Michael Jordan.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
So Michael Jordan just ruined it for all the Michaels and all the.
Yeah. Well, when I discovered Michael B. Jordan, I was actually bored one day, and I was on Netflix, actually. I was by myself. I was on Netflix, and I was bored. And so I was scrolling through Picks for You. Uh-huh. And Fruitvale Station came up.
Oh, yes. That was his first.
Really good.
That was the first, right?
I heard it was really good. I watched it based off of it because it was a true story. So I like watching stories like that, like movies that pertain to real life stories. And so I was like,
that's where my family lives.
So I know.
That BART station. That's where they live.
So I watched it. And it was so intense. The movie was so... It wasn't live. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't, like, a loud movie. But it was just a documentary of how it leads up to the tragedy at the end.
Yeah, that's what it was.
His acting was amazing in...
Yeah, I heard it was super good.
It was really good.
It was,
and then that's when my
love for Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah,
he did an amazing job in that movie. Should have asked you. So there are lots of. That's our love for Michael Jordan. So Oscars, come on, where you at? Make an amendment. I mean, are they allowed to do that? It's funny because the Oscars admitted it too. They're like, oh yeah, we should nominate more colors.
Yeah.
Like they were like, we should have. They didn't say more color. What do they say? They say our nomination should have been more diverse.
Yeah. I feel like like both sides could be right in many ways. Like, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and whoever's freaking out about it. They have like a right to say something because it's like maybe like point out the obvious, and then maybe in the future the Oscars could nominate.
Well, yeah, because once you point out the obvious, it starts making people feel uncomfortable, and they're like, well, maybe we should take into consideration this. And along the same lines of what you're saying, Monty, how it can make it more fun and colorful.
Yeah.
I mean, at least give one.
That's why I guess the argument isn't that. The argument necessarily isn't like I said, the way they went about it wasn't. The argument wasn't because a lot of people like to argue about what's that called, where you have to have a certain number. Affirmative action. I'm not saying affirmative action. They're like there were some really good movies. Mm-hmm. That didn't get nominated, and for the second year in a row, colored movies, good colored people, movies with colored people, even movie not necessarily that's a black movie, but a movie with a black person in it, has not gotten any love for it.
Yeah.
The black actor or the black actress, because that's just a performance on their part.
Yeah.
So there what is it? Reverend has 12 nominations. Mm-hmm. Mad Max has 9. There are a couple other movies with 7. Like, there are movies with so many nominations where it's like, you have 20 awards for actors and actresses, and none of them they're all white people. They're not Hispanic, not nothing.
Yeah.
Oscar Isaac was in a bunch of movies. He's like Filipino or something. I think he's Mexican. I'm not sure. Anyway,
not good with names like that.
Speaking of black, have you guys ever seen the show Black Mirror?
You're just hyping up this black stuff.
Well, like the way it flows so perfectly.
Get into Black History Month, might as well. The first time I did see Black Mirror was over here at your house. So we did. I didn't know what it was until you brought it up.
And we watched the first one, didn't we? We watched a couple of them.
I was like, wow,
How did you feel?
Is a really disturbing show.
Yes, disturbing. It's described as Twilight Zone for the digital age.
Yeah.
It is.
I definitely see that.
So good.
Well, I'm along with the audience. I don't really watch too much TV or shows, so I don't really know about it. But taking into consideration, I just might watch it.
It's black. Yeah. So Black Mirror is basically different stories. It's not one huge series. You could actually watch it all in 2 days or one night. It depends if you have one whole day. They're short episodes. I mean, not short.
And like each episode doesn't have to they don't have to do with
each other. They don't connect with each other.
So you don't have to watch them in order because none of them connect. So if you miss an episode, you're not really missing.
Have you seen the Twilight Zone? Or do you know? The concept of Twilight Zone. Basically, to mess with your brain.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote a piece that kind of pertained to Twilight.
I've been writing a Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's like basically it's for the digital age. So they talk about all these episodes are placed in the future where certain technology has become the norm for everyone. So for one of them, people have their eyesight is like recorded, so they have a little device where they can go and like pick through memories and rewind and rewatch.
There's a movie.
That one's creepy.
There's a movie. I think it was like in the early 2000s.
It's called dystopian. That's what it's called. Future.
There's a movie that was in in the early 2000s that who played in it? I don't think.
You said where you can look at the memories?
Yeah. It was about cracking down on murder cases, and what they do is once the person dies, they take the eyeball. Well, they can see the last.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
9 seconds of the person to see who killed them.
Was that film?
Is that show?
No, it was a movie with Robin Williams in it, right?
Because there's a show about that.
There was a movie with Robin Williams where people were implanted with these recording devices, and so there are what they do is obituary people kind of who make a reel of people's lives.
Was he in the? He was in the facility, right? And then the cops take him the eyeball because
that's Minority Report. Is that movie legal? I can't remember.
No.
You can see the last 6 seconds. I can't remember. There's lots of movies about this. So this one, the reason why Black Mirror is in the news now is because they had 2 seasons and the show wasn't going to progress past that. But Netflix, because they love us, because Netflix I feel more loved by Netflix than I do by certain family members, guys. I want you to understand this.
Netflix is definitely up to the game lately.
They're producing, and there's black people in it. No one cares. Jaded,
nice.
And we all care. Jaded and Spike Lee and Will Smith can all calm down. But they are producing new episodes and they're starting to shoot again. So that is why this is exciting. So my question.
Go ahead.
No. Continue. What do you say?
Well, I was gonna say I think I really want to watch this. Thanks to my geeky and electronically savvy boyfriend.
Oh yeah, you should watch it with him.
Yeah, we were actually talking about how we want to find a show together to watch. So I think this would be really good. But it just reminded me he was on looking at some futuristic stuff and he got so stoked about it. They have a smart suit.
Oh, now. What? Does it tailor itself?
No, it doesn't tailor itself. What it is linked to your phone and all this crazy stuff.
What do you do?
They have a smart refrigerator, which they've been had those, but this is like a level up. So when you walk by it, if you knock on it, the light turns on and it's like a window.
So you can see inside without opening it up.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
And then they have like Bluetooth beams. They have like the Bluetooth beams, and so I don't know.
That's cool. Speaking of technology, so like what the question I had was because there's so much technology advancing, and the show is kind of it's not really like oh look at the beauties of it because it does show the beauties of it, but mostly by the end of the episode you're going oh man,
no,
that's horrible.
Yeah, no.
So like this could happen in real life.
What do you think are technologies that even though they are good, they kind of have their bad sides are showing and can progress badly? I think social networks, social media, social is kind of going towards that path of because have you?
I think to be honest, my honest opinion, even though I'm all into the social media, I think it's imprisonment.
I like it too, but I
love it, but I still think it's imprisonment. But at the same time, I think technology is something to be afraid of because it's man-made and something can always go wrong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Especially, lots of stuff. Who's that? People get hacked all the time.
Yeah.
Not just that. I was listening in on your guys' other podcast, and you guys were speaking about self-driving cars.
Oh yes, the dangers of self-driving cars.
I was reading another article about that. The Google cars that are supposed to be able to drive themselves still need drivers because they've had a significant amount of crashes so far and things going wrong, and it's just like
you know what was a very good introduction for those type of cars? iRobot, because the lady is driving without it's a self-driving car.
Yeah.
Like all these videos, people are like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Well, no, this is actually what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Type stuff. And that's another theory type of conspiracy that's right behind it with all these movie stuff. Don't get me started on that. But
it's true.
We have debates about this. Again, going back to my.
I got you. Mm-hmm. Have you? There's a thing about I was listening to, and they were talking about how we got set into the future when because if you look back at movies before flat screen phones or when smartphones were invented, they never had anything regarding smartphones. That wasn't where everyone was focused. Everyone was like, we're going to have self-driving cars. We're going to have, that's where everyone's mindset were because before it was horses to cars. That's kind of what technology was progressing. And then when Steve Jobs invented the smartphone, he didn't set us back, but he threw everyone off course. Mm-hmm. There were so many people that went, oh, technology, forget technology of these cars. Technology about phones, technology about smartphones, and that's why
you got a baby spoon feed.
Yes, exactly.
Society, and that's exactly what
he invented something that was so revolutionary that it literally distracted technology, and that's why we're getting back to self-driving cars because he's gone from us now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they would have just continued to accelerate because he was a genius for some reason. And now everyone has a smartphone. It was a ridiculous time to not find someone with a smartphone because smartphones do more than just phone now.
I see 5-year-olds having smartphones. So
they do more than just phone now, though. It's not just about calling at people.
Yeah, 2-year-olds with smartphones.
You can do everything with a smartphone. I mean, you can even put your life savings on there.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I have access to my bank on my phone.
I do too.
They have Apple Pay.
I have Apple Pay. I use my fingerprint.
Yeah.
But I think with the self-driving cars, they'll be designated to a city.
Yeah.
And so
or to a lane.
Well, I think what it was is they'll be owned by a city. Mm-hmm. So whenever they're done taking where they have to go, they go back to their own city and come back. But
I saw
but at the same time, it's like what happens if a malfunction happens or you run out of gas or what is it going to do?
The city owns
what is it going to do? Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think they're trying to get them solar. Let's hope solar.
Solar.
I would hope. What is
solar powered cars? They have
what's the Prius, right? Cars. The Prius is supposed to be a solar car, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Or does it not have solar?
I don't
it's
know.
Electric. Well, I guess electric car. Electric. Let's hope that we don't run out of gas. Now you just scared me. I'm so scared
No. This is the thing. This is what I was going to get to. Instead of using gas, what they should do is, again, I discussed this with a friend. You guys are going to see my geeky side come out. But, since there's so much drama in between countries and stuff about gas and oil and all this stuff,
Alaska.
What they should do
Russia
is create a nanotechnology engine.
Ooh.
So you can only use a certain amount. You put a certain amount in. Mm-hmm. instead of having
to keep refilling
was it the pistons or whatever, the fuel pumping that puts the gas and the oil in and out of your car. Yeah. Well, instead of wearing out all the time, the nanotechnology would cause it to last maybe like 50 times
or finding
longer.
A fuel that doesn't degrade, and then it could just recycle through the car itself.
Well, that's what it is, but it's nanotechnology fuel.
Oh.
Into the nanotech
engine.
Okay. So it's going to last even longer. So instead of changing your oil every month or every 1,000 miles or however the case may be, you can change it once a year.
Ooh.
They should bring in I think they should bring in nanotechnology rather than trying to do this and do that and having malfunctions here and there.
I know there's a whole company. I don't know if we talked about the hydrogen. You guys know the
hydrogen?
No, the Hyperloop project.
I don't think we've talked about that before.
Yeah, it passed when they were talking about it, but it's basically you can get from Los Angeles to San Francisco in 30 minutes. It's going to be tunneled underground. Take out, because they're talking about the main thing that slows people down when driving is oxygen, is the air, cutting through the air. So they're going to if they make a hyper
like an system, underground
that would just shoot you, pretty much, exactly.
Like a bullet train?
Yeah. Like a bullet train.
A bullet train underground.
But underground, and so they're working on, that's where kind of this company is seeing the future of transportation go.
Well, another aspect, one more point before you go. Another aspect of this technology stuff, I went to the car show in LA, in downtown LA, and we were going through and stuff, and a lot of amazing new cars coming out for this year. But the one that stuck out to me the best, that was my favorite, was the Genesis, made by Hyundai.
Oh, the Honda Genesis.
Yes, beautiful car, but Hyundai made a car running off hydrogen.
Ooh, hydrogen engine. I did hear about they finally got it to not explode.
Yep.
Because I remember there was a moment where they were going to announce it previously, then it started to explode. So, what do you think about that? I heard a thing today about the Cadillac minivan.
I haven't heard about it.
Oh, it's the Cadillac minivan. They announced that it will not prevent even single guys will be able to get dates in it. I'm like, okay.
Anything for anybody.
Minivan is no longer just for moms.
So speaking of the future and technology and social media, recently there was some Twitter shade was thrown, or I guess all social media shade. Odell Beckham Jr., I don't know if you guys are familiar with him, NFL star.
One-hander,
yeah. The greatest catch. One of the greatest catches to ever exist. Seen the memes with him?
I've seen a few.
Odell got your back. Oh, it's so funny. Yeah, there's some good ones. But so he called out because those are, if you're on listening to a podcast, you probably know what Twitter is. I shouldn't have to explain Twitter to you, and I'm not. Yeah. So.
And if you listen to the podcast, you know previously they were talking about Twitter.
So yeah. But he told all his Twitter haters that they need to become more original. I'm like, he don't know the origins of smack talk, does he? People say stuff that don't make sense all the time.
Like him, so he doesn't know about shade.
Oh, for real. Oh. So he's been acting like a real diva for the past
Sorry, Odell, if you so happen to listen to this.
Hey. Whoa, watch what Odell does in this. What's your Twitter so I can tweet you?
I feel like
my Twitter is this girl Spacely.
Yeah. So throw some shade at her. I hope he comments.
Yeah, he can.
Like you thought I would never hear this.
I know, right? Another Meek in the house.
How do you feel about Ashlee, how do you feel about Twitter shade? Do you ever throw Twitter shade?
Not really.
Never call anyone out.
Every time I go, well, I think I called you out once on there.
What?
I did. It's when I had just added you on Twitter and you spelled something wrong, and I was like, well, this is how you spell it. It's
grammar Nazi.
Grammar Nazi. But I feel like 99.9% of hate on all social media is not original. So if you're gonna throw shade, throw some hate. Just expect it to not be well thought out.
Put a few leaves in the shade while you're at it.
Just to rake up some leaves.
Yeah.
Robbie was telling us something interesting, some shade that was thrown.
Yeah, Meek and 50.
Uh-oh.
Actually, it originated on Instagram. Then it went into Twitter.
What happened with? Because I know 50. For some reason, 50 Cent's been being a real instigator.
Yeah, he's been instigating since 50 Cent slams Meek Mill in Instagram fight, tells him to focus on getting Nicki Minaj prego.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
50 Cent is such. Did you see what he said about Floyd Mayweather after he said to Ronda Rousey about Floyd Mayweather after he got out of prison?
No.
And did you see what he put about Chris Brown too?
I heard something about Chris Brown.
He's been all I'm saying is 50 Cent has been instigating everybody.
And he instigated the right person because Meek likes to start the drama and he's not shy of it. If you go on Instagram and see what he said, he is shade.
He is shade. He doesn't care. He's like he got bodied by
the shade.
Well, because people were saying that
he did get bodied by
people were saying that Drake was that they said that a lot of people thought that was manufactured. That Meek was like that was done on purpose to get people because people like Drake. People know people go, oh, Meek Mills. How do you feel?
The attention.
Yeah, to get the attention.
I think once again Meek feels a little superior about the little baddie he has on his side, so he feels like he can go and start doing stuff.
I don't think it was fair.
But at the same time, I love Nicki Minaj. Mm-hmm. I'm a fan.
Yeah, me too.
But in a sense, as a woman, she's kind of stupid for letting her dude throw shade like that on people when she's in the same exact industry and she's a rap star just like them.
But I mean, did she release any songs either about it? Did she say anything about it? I know she just said she kind of said like it's not like I'm not a part of this.
She's not a part of it. She's not, and I respect that. Mm-hmm. But Meek shouldn't use her.
Yeah, exactly.
Meek shouldn't use her because
she's more famous than him.
He's exactly, and listening to his music, he has the baddest, and he always puts her in there within his diss songs.
Yeah.
So with back to back.
So you think she should not?
Back to Drake with the back to back song. I think he should have just ended it right there instead of continuously throwing shade and starting stuff. Not only did he continue to start stuff, but he added CeeLo into the mix. He added Diddy into the mix. He added Irv Gotti, and it's like you don't. For what?
I don't even listen to Meek Mills that much, so that's why I'm like, bro, how you gonna be making a big fuss when it's like, bro, no one's listening.
I don't either. But when I wake up and I go on Instagram after I do my morning routine, and I see nothing but Meek on my feed.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even from my friends, it's like
Why?
At it again.
Where me?
Thank you. Why?
Why?
This is coming.
Mind your business.
For real.
Mind your business.
For real.
Go Netflix and chill with your girl, just like 50 Cent.
So Meek Mills, we can agree, had an epic fail.
Yeah.
This week, did you guys hear about the Jeopardy fail?
We did not.
No, I didn't.
Okay, so people who know, you guys know how Final Jeopardy is set up. Mm-hmm. It's the last question of the game. They ask everyone the question. Then each contestant writes down how much money they're willing to gamble.
Was Steve Harvey present?
They write down how much money they have, the money that they have won, how much money they want to gamble. They want, and they get double for it if they get the question right. So there's been 32 seasons of the show, hundreds of episodes. I couldn't find anyone that could find the exact answer. But for the 6th time, everyone lost Final Jeopardy. Everyone lost. It was so funny, too, because Jeopardy is not like a big game show. There's no, like, buzzers. It's so bland.
Well, was it a rhetorical question?
No, it was like, because the way Jeopardy is they tell you the answer, and then you're supposed to say the question. So you're supposed to say, what is Atlanta, or what is Hemet, or what is podcasting?
Oh, okay.
Like, this show ran for so-and-so seasons.
Yes, it would be like this. So if I were to go
age, what is Simpsons?
Yeah, it'd be like if I were to say one of the best podcasts that's newly coming, started last year. It also rhymes with excited people. Is that right?
What is Excited People Podcast?
Boo! Yay! Final Jeopardy. But the important part is that you bet how much money that you will win. And so it's so funny because people, in order to win, all in. Yeah. So a lot of people went all three of these people went all in on their answer because they want to try to get ahead of the next person and you get double that money. Only winner gets to go on to the next episode and add to their money. Yeah. So, and the funniest part about it is because it wasn't like the way the show is set up. It's not like an exciting buzzers were going off show. It was literally he was like, he read her answer. What is mission? You betted. You were wrong. He just went, and then he went to the last guy and he goes, your answer was, what is Atlanta? You betted. I'm sorry. No one won. No one will be returning next week for Jeopardy.
It's just so no chill.
No, he didn't say anything. The show just ends. Alex Trebek just wrecks him, and it was the funniest thing ever. And
so was there something wrong, or
they just got the wrong? They just got the question wrong. They all just got it wrong. Oh. So my question to you guys is, what type of question would you bet all your money on? You're winning money for a game show. I mean, at this question, you say, at the end of the game, do you say, okay, I'm going to try to win? Or you say, I'm going to play it safe, and I'm just going to leave with the money I have? Everyone's very close to each other. So if you bet everything, you could technically double your money and win it, or you could just take what you have a little bit.
I think it depends on the question. If I'm confident that I know 110 to 200% that I'm going to get the question right, I will go all in.
Welcome to Final Jeopardy! I'm Alex Trebek. Trebek? What's his name? Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
Call me Alex Trebek. Alex. Doesn't matter. Alex. Both of you guys are hairdressers.
Okay.
Oh, well, Robbie, you're a hairdresser, technically.
Licensed, but I'm a barber, yes.
She's a barber. Yeah. Ashlee's a hairdresser. So they equally hate each other. It's a death battle for barbery versus hairdressery. Anyway, so I found this little Jack and Jill Salon Spa Chape hair trivia.
All right.
Would you guys like to take this hair trivia?
Sure. Yes.
I forgot the pin.
Why not? I haven't. I've been needing to. It is on.
It is on. This is our Jeopardy.
To brush up on my hair history.
We're not going to do it like Jeopardy because I don't want to form these numbers in questions. These questions into numbers.
How's this going to work?
Okay, so I'm going to say the question. We're going to go through real quick so it don't take too much time. Mm-hmm. But what is the average number of hairs on the human head? 1,500,000. So it's A, B, C, D. 1,500,000, 250,000, 100,000. True or false? It is normal to lose.
Or are we supposed to write these down as we go?
Yeah, just write A, B, C, D.
Okay, repeat the question. Repeat the answers.
Okay, so the what is the average number of hairs in the human head? 1,500,000, 250,000, 100,000. True or false? It is normal to lose 100 hairs per day. And those of you at home, take this trivia test yourself. Tell me if you know the answer, because I have no idea. How much does your hair grow in a year? 12 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 12 inches, 18 inches. How much weight can one strand of hair hold? We're only going to do 5 of them.
Can you repeat the last?
Yes.
All the answers?
Yes, 12 centimeters, 5 centimeters, 12 inches, or 18 inches. How much weight can one strand of hair hold? 10 grams, 1 gram, 100 grams, or 25 grams?
Repeat the questions again.
How much weight can one strand of hair hold? 10 grams, 1 gram, 100 grams, 25 grams. And we'll do 2 more real quick. A true or false? Girls' hair grows faster than boys. And then the last one, how long does your hair have to be to donate to Locks of Love? 12 inches, 10 inches, 5 inches, 15 inches.
All right.
You guys have all your answers?
Yes. Well, I know the last one.
Okay, so the first one.
Do you have the answers to this?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
People come in all the time and they're like, oh, I'm going to donate my hair.
So you got to tell them the answer. Okay. Yeah. So the first one is, what is the average number of human hairs on the head? It is D.
Yeah, I was wrong.
100,000. Oh, man.
I got B, just in case everybody wants to know.
I got A.
Okay, so you guys went over.
So I was like, there's a lot of hairs.
Everyone went over. That's good. It is normal to lose 100 hairs per day. It's true.
Yeah.
You guys get that?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty good hairdressers then. Okay. How much does your hair grow in a year?
Okay, well, I know it grows a half an inch every month. So I was trying to do the math in my head real quick, and I was like, what's a half times 12? So 6.
The answer
Something?
is A, 12 centimeters.
Yeah, so yeah.
Oh, so you got it.
12 centimeters a year?
Yes. Oh, wow.
I was going off of inches.
That's
so
not
I
a
was
lot
like
because it's inches.
I was going 6
it's
inches.
Because people's hair they grow a half an inch to an inch a month.
Yeah.
Oh, well, this.
So it's like 6
to. So it would be.
It's 6 to 12 inches per year.
Yeah. 18 if you're a hybrid.
So not 12 centimeters? I guess 12 centimeters does seem more ridiculous. Isn't this like
12 centimeters is small.
Oh, it is tiny.
Because if you monitor an average.
Well, forget you, Jack and Jill test. Apparently, you're wrong.
Let's keep
go
going.
back to cosmetology school.
So, how much weight can one strand of hair hold?
25.
What'd you put?
1 gram.
The answer was C, 100 grams.
Really?
Oh wow.
Yeah. I need to go back to cosmetology school.
How much is 100 grams?
It's strong hair then.
Yeah, strong. It is strong.
My hair's pretty
one
strong.
of the most coarse hair because.
Well, they put it in grams, so they put it real low, like the smallest increment of weight that you can do.
Probably going off of like coarse hair though.
Well, yeah, some thin people's hair.
I was thinking about my hair because my hair is coarse. So.
Well,
my hair's medium.
They're talking about healthy hair, none of your hair.
My hair's normal.
So girls' hair grows faster than boys' hair. True or false?
False. Your hair grows
the same.
Your hair grows according to your health.
That's true. Okay, the answer is false. So both of you guys got.
What's the last one?
Exact same. What was the last one?
Number 6.
I skipped.
Oh, the locks of love.
Oh, sorry. You're my fault. I did 6 instead of. How long does hair have to be to donate to Locks of Love? Ashlee was really excited about this one. What's the answer?
10 inches.
The answer is B, 10 inches.
Yes, I got 10 inches or more.
Nice. So you guys got the exact same amount right, though. So you know.
Yeah, because I have a lot of people come into the salon all the time, and they're like, yeah, well, I want to take a lot off, but it's not going to be long enough to donate. And then sometimes, like, their hair will be so fried, and they're like, oh, I'm going to cut this off and donate. And I'm like, they're not going to accept it because it's fried.
Oh, that's sad.
But then some people have come in, and they have, like, chopped their hair off, and I, like, bag it up for them. Well, they
that sounds really so fun. Sad.
They accept chemically treated hair now too because
they do.
Found ways to fix it. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. So lots of people who have all that hair, you're like,
yeah,
you can't accept your sad hair.
I mean, of course, you're not gonna give them broken hair that you can see broken, and when you touch it falls off.
Yeah, but if it's fixable,
if it's semi-healthy, and it's like.
So it's for wigs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So donate, you guys, if your hair is longer than 10 inches,
donate.
You can cut it off and donate
Chop
it to
it off.
Locks
Get a pixie cut.
Love. No, don't do that.
Get a pixie cut.
Go to your local barbershop or salon. We will help you.
How about you get your hair 15 inches, then cut 10 inches of it off? Let's not be crazy.
Cuts, though. If you want a pixie cut.
No, she wants to get your pixie cut.
No, go hard or go home.
No.
Yeah, bald fade. Why
no. Okay, you're a barber.
Bald fade or
shave the side.
Yeah, shave the side.
You want a skin fade? Go to Robi. You want a pixie cut?
Do you want parsley flowers or a lotus
flower?
Ooh. Just kidding, I'm not with the lotus flower. But
you want the word swag shaved into the side of your skull?
That's not swag.
You heard it here. That's officially not swag. So we're gonna breeze through this one really quick because it wasn't. I just wanted to include a little bit of a technology twist to this. But we're gonna go through this one pretty quick. It's not too. I don't play Minecraft. You guys play Minecraft?
I do.
Oh, okay. Well, you'd be interested. Minecraft was purchased, as you're previously familiar with. Minecraft was bought
6 months.
for $2.5 billion.
Yes.
That's how much money.
That must be a really good thing then.
Yes, but what is interesting about Minecraft, this game's been around. The reason why they're in the news, Microsoft has finally ready to implement their Microsoft Education plan.
For schools.
They have developed the game to be an educational game. For schools to teach kids and children, developed by teachers and ways that will teach. So I'm sure they figured out some crazy way to do it. And I don't know how they would do that.
I have no idea either.
But I wanted to ask, do you guys remember games that you played in school, like on the computers?
Yes. Yeah.
Like the typing, like as numbers were falling, you have to do the math of
it. I remember one that has stuck to me. It was like Trail something.
Oregon Trail? Same here! Yes!
Yes!
We all played Oregon Trail.
You have contracted dysentery.
But they have an app for it now.
And I downloaded it.
I downloaded it, and it's just not the same. It's
not the same. Do you make it to the end? Is that what's different?
I don't know.
I know at the other one, they were very serious about teaching kids that you did not make it to the West. You just die.
I don't know how many times I contracted dysentery, but I like, you would think that I was Captain Jack Harkness on Doctor Who. How many times I died and came back.
That game, the thing about that game I thought was funny is I remember one kid, everyone was very excited about it because you get on your trail and then all your family members would start dying. It would just turn into a very depressing game. Yeah. Because one kid accidentally bought too much bacon. And so then no one would buy his bacon from him. And so he was so mad. He was like crying. She was like, we just started over for you.
That
the game was so real.
That game taught me determination.
But did you learn anything?
Yes, it taught me determination.
Determined.
Quit. Yeah. And family is important. You never leave anybody behind.
I never made that. You never left anyone? I decided.
No, I did. I think that's what it taught me. Determination, so nobody will get left behind.
Did you name the family members after your real family members? No. I
actually created one point in time. I created a black family.
Oh, nice.
They failed me. So, I created a white family. I went halfway and they failed me.
Oh.
Yeah. Then I just decided to, in my head, have a Hispanic, a black, and Asian. And white.
Nice. So you had Elite?
And we made it.
Yeah.
We made it.
I think my family was always either all white or just mixed.
I had mine was always my real family. I just put everyone's name in.
Felt like my real
that would be like, I'm sorry, Henri. Sorry, you died. You died of dysentery.
If I didn't have like my real family, I would just like mix it up and have like random characters be like, this one's name is Peabody. And this one's name is Petunia.
She gave him hillbilly names. Ashlee loves hillbillies.
We rolled in a
I
squad.
do. My family are hillbillies.
She loves hillbillies.
Shout out to my hillbilly family. I love you. I'm a hillbilly too.
They love you.
You know where I get it from.
So you guys remember that Nelly song? Was that Nelly?
Which song?
It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot, I want to take my clothes off. Anyway, 2015 was just declared the hottest year in recorded history. Globally. Not just people may be like, man, I knew it was hotter in California. Literally, all around the globe, it was warmer than it should have been.
Yes.
This brings up the argument of global warming again. How do you guys feel about global warming?
I think it's great.
Do you think it's great?
I think it's great.
I think it's great.
Because I feel like the places that were hot are now cold.
Yeah. I was going to say the same thing.
We have no water in California here. Neither does Michigan, apparently.
Yeah, I feel like it's balancing out, though, because last year may have been the hottest year, but this year is apparently going to be El Nino.
Yeah, it has been lots of rain.
It's coming.
Has been.
El Nino is
El Nino.
Everywhere that I've seen so far.
Have you seen the SNL sketches about El Nino?
No.
Every joke they make about El Nino is hilarious.
I should watch those.
It was an old one. It was a Chris Farley one, but he was dressed up in like a Mexican garb, and he was like El Nino. Oh, and the weather guy was trying to sell the weather.
Get serious on that. People get serious. They believe it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily it's just a weather phenomenon. It's not like is it something to be superstitious about?
I don't think it's something to be superstitious about, but people have been raving about it and ranting on it. So it's like, oh my gosh, like.
I think people just like the fact that they know what El Nino is.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, El Nino, we are so smart and cultured. I know what El Nino is.
Yeah. But I bet you they say that in Britain too.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it's so rainy here. It must be El Nino.
I don't feel like it's something to be superstitious about. I just feel like it's kind of.
It's fun. We need it. We need rain.
We do.
We need rain.
Like
Californians, do not complain. Please do not complain.
I'm not.
That it is raining because we need it.
Yeah.
Do you want to pay? Someone told me you have to pay $23 for some water. by the year 2019. Do you want to have to do that?
You know what?
If we run out of water, do you want to pay $20 your water bill? You know how high your water bill is going to be?
You know how high the water bill is in Michigan? 200. It's like over $200 right now.
Per gallon. They charge per gallon. That's what I meant to say. Per gallon, you would pay $23.
200.
So in Michigan, they're paying $200.
You know what? One of my clients was telling me a couple weeks ago. She was saying what she does every single time it rains. She has these huge like buckets and bins, and she just sets them outside and lets it rain and fills them up, and then she covers them, and then she excuse me, she
just dabbed.
She purifies the water. I'm sorry.
I'll do it together.
Did you?
He just dabbed.
There was a quick meme before she finishes. There's a quick meme, and it was like a kid standing there, and all his friends were jumping around, and then it was like when you sneeze and accidentally dab. Anyway, so she purifies water.
She keeps it in her garage.
How do you purify water?
She has like 6 gigantic bins and just fills them with water, and it lasts her. She uses it she purifies it to drink, and then she uses it on her plants and just anything that she needs water.
How do you purify water?
There's ways.
How does she do it?
Look up a YouTube video.
I just want to point this out, guys.
I
knew Ashlee's face was different. She has bangs now.
Ugh.
Now everyone.
They're annoying me.
Why don't you like them?
Don't point them out.
They look nice.
I had bangs before. I just changed the position of them.
Whatever she said. I like them.
The position of mine too. They're
kind of
annoying me.
Yeah.
Well,
I think we kind of switched. Yeah.
Girls in their bangs.
Yeah, it's actually called a fringe.
Oh, my.
If anyone wants to know the technical term.
Oh, technical term.
Tell a hairstyle you want bangs, and it's like cringeworthy moment.
Not me.
Yeah, she's a barber. No one tells her they want bangs.
It's because I'm freshly out.
You do style, but you do styles though.
Like when guys say cut my bangs, I'm like,
all right.
Where?
Weirdo.
No, but you know those guys that like, and generally they're like 50 plus, but when they have their bangs and they swoop across their forehead instead of swooping like to the side or like upward like a little mini clip.
Comb over style.
And they just like it's not even a comb over.
I know this guy's got
they don't
mad
know how to
comb
comb
over.
it properly. So
like you can see the gaps in the hair that goes.
Dude, they go from the ear all the way to the other ear. It's like if Homer Simpson never cut his hair. Chill. I got you.
I'm thankful for the guys that do come in my salon though, because they know that it looks awkward when they try to attempt the comb over. So they just tell us to shave it all.
They're just like, they don't attempt. They're not like I'm sticking with the home. No, I'm sticking with it.
Literally everything above. This is for hairstyling.
Oh, so you do the cul-de-sac.
Everything above the parietal ridge.
Yeah, people don't know what the parietal ridge is.
Okay, you know where your guys will have their widow's peak on the sides, their receding points. Make like a half. Like a U shape around.
Just picture a cul-de-sac. I call it a cul-de-sac. The hair cul-de-sac, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I know some people with mad cul-de-sacs.
Yeah,
I've lined up a cul-de-sac.
I have double. What do they call when you got 2 of them? Because I have that double cul-de-sac.
Yeah,
that's why I cut my hair off.
I call it a
halo.
But
baby, can you see my halo? Is that how the song goes?
That's not how it goes.
How's it go? How's it go? Tell me how it goes.
I don't know how it goes.
Halo. Wait, it's coming back to me. You're my savior. I get way too much.
So yeah, the guys just asked me to shave their halo down to nothing, and then just like trim up the sides, so it just looks nicer.
And then she grabs her ears.
They're like, I'm not gonna attempt the comb.
She cuts it off with her scissors.
I don't want to look like
that. And she licks the blood up, and then she eats it. And she nibbles on it. She eats it like a chicken nugget.
I don't do that. I don't eat hair. That's
not hair. You eat their ear.
No. It's worse.
I know.
I've lined up cul-de-sacs. I've faded out cul-de-sacs.
Nice.
That's the guys that they want to keep on.
Yeah.
It looks nice. They do look nice. I've seen some. As long as everything's clean, it looks nice.
Yeah.
So before we run out of time, I promised everyone to keep the sports stuff at the end because we all love sports, of course. But this is about my San Diego Chargers.
Woo!
I don't agree.
Team.
They still
to be in LA.
They have a chance.
Right,
they have a chance.
They need to stay garbage in.
We already talked about this, but the Chargers still have a chance to move to Los Angeles. So the deal that the NFL
they don't need
made.
a chance to be. They have their own hometown.
Cindy,
Don't get me started.
Have you seen that stadium? No, that stadium is trash.
Oh, yes. I've been in there plenty of times.
It's trash.
Not for a game. Let's clarify that. Not for a game.
It's trash. So, the Rams they got approval to build a stadium. But the NFL gave the Chargers a chance to strike a deal with the Rams to share the stadium. They give the Chargers first. If the Chargers don't make a deal, then the Raiders get to try to make a deal and still move to Los Angeles. But the Chargers went and tried. They submitted a proposal to trademark the name Los Angeles Chargers against some little phone charger company.
Oh.
I was like, that's messed up to take that away from them.
I just eye rolled.
That's so.
Silence.
I think it's so because they're probably gonna win. They're gonna win over some little company that's like, we want to be the LA Chargers.
I'm gonna take my comment back then. They need to stay in San Diego.
No.
If they're gonna be
no.
If they're gonna be doing that to that little company.
They just say they could be anything else. They could be the Chargers. It doesn't matter. It's a little company. They just make Chargers.
But they were there first.
How many companies make Chargers?
All of them.
Exactly. We don't need a company. You don't need another company.
They just lowered their standards. They need to continue to take that L and stay in San Diego.
No.
Yeah, no. I really.
Well, this is the thing. The NFL wants them to stay in San Diego too. They gave them $100 million. They gave them $100 million to try to reach a deal with San Diego. So if they reach a deal with San Diego, they get $100 million for their stadium.
For them to stay in
they should stay in San Diego.
They should stay in San Diego.
San Diego has been promising them a new stadium for multiple years.
Then they can stay in San Diego, keep that money, and
I say that
build a new stadium.
If San Diego's going to keep, if the city is going to keep lying to them and telling them they're going to give them stuff that they're not, they might as well move away. Yes, I think they should. The city doesn't appreciate them. There was just 2-3 years ago, the Chargers games kept getting blacked out. You know what that means?
Yeah,
not enough fans showed up to the stadium to the show. I went to a Chargers home game against the Raiders. There was more black jerseys than there was blue jerseys.
Maybe they need to up their game and start winning some stuff. Yeah. Start winning.
Of course, winning teams get the move. Of course, but they want to lead. Los Angeles literally wants a team so bad. They were literally like, we will give you money to move here, and that's why 3 teams tried to move to Los Angeles. They're willing to give tax breaks.
I agree with the Rams. Cool. I had a little grudge towards the Rams, but once I heard that the Chargers were trying to get into LA, I went and I decided, it's a good idea that the Rams come in and Chargers should stay over there. This has been a big debate in the barbershop, and not a lot of them are happy about it.
So people are gonna be Rams fans?
They're ready
to switch?
They're ready to switch. I've had
I might switch. I might switch too.
You a fan yet? Oh, yeah,
I think I'm ready to switch too, but people this is someone Taryn, because he's mean. We all made a deal that we'd switch to the Raiders fans, as I already told. But Taryn goes, the Raiders are finally winning. I've been waiting so long for this. I can't switch yet. And then I told him, okay, well, I already made the deal, so I'll switch to the Rams too. And then he goes, you're just throwing them because they lost. And I don't want to seem like that. I don't want to leave the Chargers because they lost.
No, you can have two. Have an alternate. You got another backup, but at the same time.
My alternate is Cam Newton. He's my favorite. Come on.
I come to
dab on him.
I come to love Cam these past 2 weeks. I've been watching stuff on him. Cam, if you so happen to hear this, you're awesome.
You are. Cam, we got Cam. Can you get an applause for Cam? Whether you win the Super Bowl or not.
That dedication to you.
Oh.
But anyway.
My delayed.
I think point blank period, California is just stingy with teams.
They are. They're very stingy. They're very stingy.
By far, I don't think Los Angeles should even have any more teams if you think about it.
They got everything.
They have
a team from every sport. Yes,
exactly.
They do.
Yeah. Why do you need 2 football teams?
Because they're stingy. They like to stimulate their economy.
No. I think Chargers should stay in San Diego.
Let's hope. We will see. We'll keep you guys up to date.
We'll see how it plays out.
News that we're excited about. So we'd like to say
unless San Diego doesn't
our revoir and farewell. But before we leave, we have some sad news. Ashlee, would you like to address your fans?
My fans. So wow, I didn't know I had any.
Well, we have a total of 12 fans, and so you have 6 of them, and I have 6 of them.
6 fans.
Yeah.
Yay, guys! I'm so happy for you. I've been listening.
We have more listens and stuff, so it's actually we're doing pretty good.
I did a shout out so people can start following too. So
sweet deal.
We'll see.
Do you want to shout out your Instagram? Anything? Would you like to shout out anything?
Oh yeah.
When are you gonna make this book? I was promised.
My Instagram is @crazybeautifulrobi, crazy with a K, Robi. So it's crazy beautiful Robi, and that's my Instagram. So I'm a barber. I have a poetry going on.
Yeah, she does some very good poetry.
One, you can find the links to the others, right?
No, not necessarily. My barber page. I also have a barber page. It's Robi Cuts Too Fresh. So it's ROBICUTTZ with a number 2 and fresh. And that's my work too. So.
Her name's way more creative than mine. Mine's just Hair by Ashlee. Like Hair by Ashlee C. And I had to put underscores next to everything because all of the Hair by Ashlee's were taken.
You gotta be original.
So I need to change it.
That's cool.
We have an original.
I don't have a hair account. Mine's just BD Mafia, the Black Diamond Mafia. You may have heard about it. I wrote an entire story about it. It's a yeah. I was gonna say.
Well,
I was gonna say Black Dot, but then I was like, no, it's a little too much on the nose.
Well, during the Twitter shade, they heard my Twitter.
Yeah. So. Twitter's at BD Mafia 25. So please follow.
Plugs that we should know of, so that people can get to know you.
That's the plug.
No, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
Should I plug myself?
Ashlee,
should I plug myself?
Please, you guys, please. We will make sure that we continue to announce all the stuff that's going on with Grizzly Dino.
Yeah.
And the
Thank you for having me, you guys.
Oh, yes, you're welcome.
I'm looking forward to it again sometime soon.
Definitely.
And I'm sure everyone will be looking forward to having you again sometime.
Grizzly Dino.
Yeah. If anyone, maybe I'll plug myself one last time, since I will heads up no longer be on the podcast, but
Sadly.
It's for the best.
Oh, sad.
Yeah, it's for the best.
She's on the bigger and better things.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be good for.
We'll definitely try to have you back.
Maybe you can stop by in your helicopter.
Do you have any news?
I'll be back in the chopper to report some
chopper. I'm sorry.
It's different.
I'll be back with my glittery chopper to report some maybe not so exciting, but exciting for me. Interesting news.
Ashlee's weird corner.
Yeah, follow me keep updated on Grizzly Dino. I still will be posting on there, and maybe I'll get to be a guest sometime.
Definitely. We'll have you back.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have a segment. We're still trying to figure everything out here, guys.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll try to have her back for some segments, or she can be.
Wait, I just realized you mentioned a book.
Oh, that was a long time ago. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But so we'd like to say goodbye to everyone.
Bye.
Excited People Podcast.
Stay excited.